What's going on, everybody? This is Nick Bolliger with NMB Sports here, and today it's Rivalry Day.
Rivalry Day, what's going on,
We have MCI and Nokomis tonight. This is big for both teams. Girls 2-0, both teams. For the boys, MCI is in a much needed win situation. They're 0-2 right now.
Our
boys are 2-0.
Right.
Let's get into it.
All right, so I'm going to start with the girls' game. We're going to start predicting scores. I'm going to say the girls get the win, 53-49. I feel like the only girls that will have to have a big game is going to be Chelsea and Sydney. But it will be a very, very close game. Because it is a rivalry game, it is in Nokomis. Crowd will be crazy. I know kids are traveling over to MCI for the boys' game, so we'll see how that fares. But I feel like Nokomis gets to win 53-49.
I'm going to go Nokomis girls win 42-29. I mean, this is I know it's a 13-point lead at the end, but like I said before, it's going to be a close game. And
right,
at
exactly.
the late fourth, they'll go away a little bit.
Right, exactly.
I think Chelsea and Sydney, same as you, Brendan. I think they're going to both have good games.
Right, exactly. Nick?
Yeah, and I'm going to jump on that train. Chelsea and Sydney both are going to have big games. I think Olivia is going to be pretty key in rebounding, helping Gabby rebound the ball. I think it's going to be 45-32, 13-point win for Nokomis.
So moving on to the boys?
Yes.
On to the boys. Here we go. I'm going to say it's going to be a very high-scoring game at Maine Central Institute. I think it's going to be 71-65. Nokomis gets the win. It's going to be a very, very hard-fought match, but Nokomis will come out with the win.
I'm going to go we win 58-41 at a 17-point lead. I think we have too much all-around game, too much scoring, shooters.
Right.
And I think, especially, like, if we're going to talk about in a few minutes, if Nacho doesn't play, Brad's going to have a big game, shoot the ball, rebound. I think
Brad's
it'll just be a little bit too much for him.
I think Brad's going to have a big game, even if he does play. But I feel like with him out, he's going to have an even bigger game.
Yeah.
So just put that in perspective.
Knowing my former coach, Josh Tardy, I played for him in the middle school days. I don't know if he'll play Nacho tonight in anticipation of matching up with Brad because he's coached all these boys that are on this team this year.
Yes.
Right.
And so he knows everybody. So I'm going to say this game is going to end 65-61 in favor of Nokomis. It's a rivalry game. When either team is obviously a better team, it's always close because you just have everybody plays with a little bit more heart.
Right.
Now, this year being said, I believe that Nokomis has a little bit extra all-around game. Josh Bucher and Zach Hartsgrove, both very great scorers. But when it comes down to the post play, Brad's very consistent. He's double machine.
Josh Mested is a very good post-up player also.
Right. So he's got a little bit of that advantage there. And MCI is showing some youth at that starting point guard position with Owen Williams, and I think Josh Mested's going to exploit that.
I feel like he exploits everyone.
Getting his head quick.
So Josh is a very, very, very quick first step.
Oh, yeah.
And he can cut back whenever he wants to, so remember to watch those ankles.
So, big question going into tonight. For the girls, we're going to start with the girls. Who do you think are going to have to be the key players, one for MCI and one for Nokomis?
This is, for Nokomis, it's almost, you could flip a coin.
Yep.
But if it's not named Chelsea, I feel like you could go Austin, you can go Gabby, but you can go Olivia, you can go Sydney. But I'm going to stick with Gabby. I feel like Gabby will have to have a solid night on the glass.
Oh,
I feel like she will get a couple blocks with a double in there, probably like 10 points, 11 rebounds, something like that.
A couple blocks.
Should be a couple blocks, and I feel like April McAlpine is really the only girl that I think you would need to watch and make sure that she doesn't get going, because when she gets going, it'll be scary.
Right.
I'm going to go with April on the MCI side, just exactly what Brendan said. And for our girls, I'm going to go with Sydney, because you get her a few open looks, she's just going to knock them down, and if she gets hot, she can put up points in a hurry. Right. I think Chelsea, there's going to be a lot of tension on Chelsea because she's a really good player. I think Sydney's going to get open shots, and if she gets going, you got to watch out for that.
And I'm going to go, for MCI side, I'm going to go Sydney Morton. She's a quick guard. She's going to have to relieve some of that pressure from April McAlpine that she's going to draw. Same type of player as Chelsea. Very good all around, good shooter, good rebounder, very quick, good first step, good defender. So Sydney Morton's going to have to take some of that pressure off of April McAlpine, excuse me. Now, on the other side of things, I'm going to say that Olivia Brown is going to be the impact player for Nokomis, or is going to have to be, because you know what you're going to get from Sydney. You're going to get some good quality jump shots, 10 to 15 points a game. And then from Chelsea, she's the consistent, great defender. Like I was just saying about April McAlpine, Chelsea's that same kind of player, very complete. But, the question mark is going to have to be Olivia Brown. Now, if she can get out in the lanes,
Start passing the ball.
Yeah, and she's very good at running the floor after a rebound or a steal. So if she could just get some of those easy layups and get them 10 points, I think this is definitely a game that Nokomis can control and dominate from the rip. Now, from the boys' side, there's several guys on each team.
Several.
So, Brendan, who are your key players tonight? Excuse me.
All right, so for MCI, I'm going to have to go with Josh Bucher. Reason being is because he needs to score. He needs to score a lot tonight. I think he's going to have to get 20-plus points for them to stay in this game and for it to be a kind of a good game, which he's very, very capable of. Not so much just him taking all those jumpers, kind of get in the paint, try to get to the free throw line.
He's quick.
He's very quick.
And I don't want to say this, but try to get Brad in foul trouble because if you get Brad in foul trouble, he's going to keep Coach Martin's going to keep Brad out, which can only help you from there. So
right. Get that shot blocker out of the way.
Right. If you keep and once Brad's out of there, you can just keep pounding the paint.
Yeah.
And you can just keep getting those points. So I feel like Josh Bucher is going to have to do a little bit of that tonight with the offense. But for Nokomis, I'm going to say someone off the bench. Not really many people talk about because he is kind of a quiet guy. But I'm going to say Jake Erskine is going to have a big game tonight, like people do with Brad. When Brad hits a three, his first couple, he's kind of emotionless. But right when he hits he gets 3 or 4, he starts smiling, and that's how you know that he's in the zone. And Jake is the same exact way.
Yeah.
Jake will be very calm when it comes down to hitting those 3-pointers, but once he gets in the zone,
they're both very poised players. They don't overreact.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
they're
once
crowd favorites as well.
And once he smiles, it's game over.
Right.
So
Garrett,
MCI, I'm gonna have to go with Josh Bucher too. I mean, he's gonna have to get 20+ like you said for them to even have a chance to, stay in the game.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna go with Josh Smestead for us, just because he does everything, and like I said before, he's that chippy player that can get in your head that I really like.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think he's gonna have a good scoring game tonight. I think he'll have 16.
Yep.
I feel like he's a very emotional player,
yes, he
which
is.
is fantastic.
Yeah. And for me, on the MCI side, I think there's 2 guys that are going to play a key factor in this role, not named Josh Bucher. Now, Josh Bucher is an incredible player, much like our Zach Hartsgrove. Very prolific in scoring the basketball. Excuse me. And I think Carter Pearl in that left corner, right corner,
deadly.
He's very deadly. That's his shot. It always has been since he's played as a kid. He's not going to miss that shot. Now, Nokomis has to take that shot away, but Carter Pearl is going to have a big game tonight in order for them to
create that shot.
Yeah, to stay in this game. Excuse me. And on the same side, Owen Williams is going to have a big game. The freshman is going to have to try to take it to Josh Smestead, who most likely will be guarding Owen.
It's a tough assignment.
Yeah, now Josh Smestead is an incredible player, and
yes,
he's your impact player tonight. But my impact player, however, is going to be Josh Perry. And Josh Perry played one of the best defensive performances I have ever seen in my life. And I've watched a lot of basketball. Okay, let me tell you that. I've seen a lot of great players play. And Josh Perry was all over Mason Cooper, who happened to score 21 points. But it was a quiet 21 points, as Garrett just said. And I really think Josh Perry is going to have Josh Bucher's number because he's one of the only players I've seen that's quick enough to stay with Josh Bucher, and crafty enough and shifty enough to not fall for those misdirection little fakes that Josh Bucher
strong.
loves.
He's actually deceivingly strong too, so I don't think he's going to let Bucher get in the lane.
Yeah, and when it comes to that first step, Josh Bucher has one of the fastest I've ever seen, but a guy that's right there with him is Josh Perry. So I think he's got the perfect matchup. He's a very smart player, very just determined, poised, and will not hesitate to be the first player to hit that floor on a loose ball. So Josh Perry is my impact player of the night.
All right. Anything else to add, guys? Or
just good luck to both teams.
Keep it classy.
Yeah, and
honestly,
to fans, we don't need any extracurricular stuff. Nothing after the game. Whoever wins, shake their hand, tell them great game.
And we'll see you in January.
Yeah,
so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, if you have any questions for any of us, make sure you put them in the comments below or get a hold of any 3 of us on social media. And once again, we'll see you guys next time.